I don't know if any of us were in danger of getting the coronavirus, but just in case, the president has it. You might have heard about that. Our governor is quarantining. And the state's case counts are rising into problematic territory. Let's start here at home. Inez, are we headed for renewed restrictions? And a reminder, we record this panel on Thursday, so there might well be some changes afoot by the time we air. But same question. Inez, what do you think on that?
I think that I have no idea, basically, and I'm not going to predict what the governor's going to do. She's going to be discussing it Thursday afternoon, so we'll find out in a couple of hours.
Yep.
I do think that what she spoke about a few weeks ago, that people are getting COVID fatigue, is something that we all need to take to heart. Mm-hmm. We know the public health precautions at work, and we just need to follow them and do our best to stay safe. Because if we don't, our children are not going to be back in school. Small businesses are going to be crippled forever, and we're going to be in a world of hurt. And I think that's really the idea, is that we need to look out for each other and look at it as a way of trying to make sure that I wear my mask so you don't get sick, and just carry that down the chain. And if we can try to do that, it doesn't matter what restrictions there are, we'll be taking care of ourselves so the numbers won't go up.
Right. Let me ask you about an out and about point of view for Santa Fe. I haven't been to Santa Fe in months now because I'm not going anywhere. I get mixed reports about what mask use and distancing is like in Santa Fe. What are you seeing and what are you hearing?
Well, I see pretty good compliance. I don't go out very much. We work at home, and my basic out and about is I walk in the morning with a friend, and on the trail, and this is at 5:30 and 6 in the morning, almost everyone I see is masked, even in the dark.
Nice.
Which I think is pretty good compliance. At the grocery store, it's pretty good, almost 100%. And then at the chicken feed store, where we go to get feed for our chickens, which, is sort of, you think of that maybe as a more rural segment of population that might be more individualistic, they actually are wearing masks, with a few guys that don't cover their noses. But other than that, what I see is good.
Gotcha. Hey, Sophie, you got to talk about kids and school. We've got Santa Fe, of course, going back to a hybrid model here real quick, and Albuquerque's not too far behind. But cases are ticking up amongst kids and amongst our school system statewide. Again, not to ask you for predictions, but what's your sense of how we're entering into this phase, especially going into flu season in winter here right around the corner?
Well, there's one prediction I can make, which is that the governor this week is not going to announce that our caseload has dropped dramatically, that our borders are open, et cetera, et cetera. My expectation is that we will continue to see something very similar and perhaps even a little bit more stringent. But my suspicion is we stay close to the same. We'll see. I may be wrong. But it's worth noting that last Thursday, the governor reported, our education secretary reported 205 school-related cases across 107 schools across the state. The majority of these cases are staff members, so people who may not have as much ability to stay home the way that kids are able to do. And 55 of those cases involved small group or hybrid classes. So being in the classroom has been an issue for about a quarter of the folks. Many of the cases come in from, they believe that the infection happened outside of the schools. But you can see the state is watching this very carefully, because while at the beginning of the pandemic, there was some belief that children were not getting the disease, we're not spreading the disease, we now know the research shows that that's not true. And so, and I'll point out too, that great bit of research that was done by, I believe it was a Sandia Prep student, on how schools can be vectors for disease, and how one of the best ways to prevent outbreaks is to take kids out of school. So we're at the other end of that, and it will be, it's something that we're all going to want to keep an eye on, even if you don't have kids in the school systems, as I don't. The rapid responses that we're seeing, which is, work with local businesses, New Mexico businesses that have outbreaks at their businesses. Those are still quite high, in the hundreds per week. Our positivity rate is up at 3%. And I think it's worth noting, if you want to come to New Mexico, you have to quarantine or take a test if your positivity rate at your state is 5% or above. I'd like to see us not get to the point where we wouldn't be allowed to travel into our own state, basically. I'd like to see us down a bit lower. And as Inez has said, we all have a role to play in trying to make that possible.
Dan, are you considering, you and the fam, traveling this winter? Are you going to take a plane anywhere? And if yes, are you comfortable with it?
So we right as the pandemic kind of kicked off, we went on a trip to Florida. Before everything really took off, there was, you were hearing about it, but we flew at the time. There was me, no one between us, and then Debbie sat next to me, and then there was a row skip behind you, and then the kids were sitting there. We rented a house so that we didn't, stay in a hotel. So no, now I don't think we're doing much of anything. I mean, other than we do stuff in our motorhome because we're self-contained. We load up from here, and then we, just kind of go out and do the things you want to do that way. But no, I don't foresee us doing much, especially since they're not allowing fans to go to the football games. There's no reason to go traveling around to that stuff. So we've pretty much been hunkered down and just kind of doing our stuff, trying to save as much money for when this is over and be able to hit the road and do things.
Let me ask you this, Dan. It's hard to quantify all the different ways the president has really sort of woven his way into masks, out of masks, defiance, non-defiance. This whole thing with Walter Reed and now back in the White House and back in the West Wing, is there damage done here? What's your view of what the president has done to this whole idea of being safe and getting people to think safely about COVID?
Yeah, I mean, it's clear. Look, it's clear that the president, doesn't think that COVID is at the level of a pandemic as other people think it is. It's clear that he thinks of it as just a worse flu.
Right.
And so, he has said, listen, from what I understand and things I've said, he has said, listen, you're going to get the flu, you're going to get the super flu, which is the coronavirus. Things are going to happen, but life has to go on. And I think it's been a simple decision, right? I mean, if you look at the presidential race right now, it's a simple decision, right? You couldn't see two clear differences in someone who says, listen, the economy is a major problem, losing these small businesses is a problem, and I'm focusing on that. And then you got another candidate who says, listen, I'm going to focus on the coronavirus, and we got to get that in check first, and we got to fight that. I just think it's interesting because I think that's kind of an example of the people in this country. I think there's a lot of people who say, look, I'm going to take care of myself. I don't need the government to lock me down. I'm going to, if I go someplace and people aren't being careful, I'm leaving. I got to say, when I go to the stores, we've been to Costco, we've been to Walmart, we've been to the places here with a family. I have yet to go in one of those stores and see anybody without a mask.
Okay.
I mean, they're pretty big at telling you can't come in.
Sure.
So I just think that the president is, it's clear. Everybody keeps trying to portray that he's got this, ulterior motive. I think he's been very open. He doesn't think it's that big of a deal.
Sure.
And I think now that he's had it and got it and he's moving on,
that's right.
He thinks it's even less of a big deal.
Let me swing, Inez. Same question. Your sense of what this does. How does this land in the general population? That's my concern here, I guess.
Well, I think 200,000 plus Americans have died, and most of us know one or more of those people. So when someone tells me it's not a big deal, and I think of my friend who was retired in Mexico, who was living a great life with his wife, went to the hospital, posted and said, I'm doing great. I'll tell you what it's like in COVID ward. And then we got the news the next day that he was dead.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, it is a big deal. And when I see someone flouting safety precautions and getting everyone around him sick, I just want him to go away. And that doesn't mean I don't think we don't need to get back to our lives. We're going to have to find an accommodation to live with this virus and to do our lives and to keep businesses going, to keep schools and children learning. But that doesn't mean you don't take public safety precautions. The fact that the Supreme Court ceremony for Amy Coney Barrett was a super spreader event says everything about this moment in our country. And they might have made their own committee so sick that they won't have a quorum to do the votes.
For Supreme Court.
I'm sorry.
Just
because you don't think it's a big deal doesn't mean you can not follow public safety. I mean, health safety. It's just ridiculous.
Gotcha. We're back with this crew in a few minutes to talk about payday lending and the latest idea to protect people from predatory loans.